How do you cope at your interview when you are asked, what is your greatest weakness? Hi, I'm Nigel Gordon-Johnson, the career strategist and talent acquisition specialist. And today I am going to show you how to cope with one of the toughest job interview questions. What is your greatest weakness? Of all the tough questions that you can face, this one is considered the king of tough questions. This is the one that has the majority of people flummoxed the most. If you take a poll of all candidates being asked what their greatest weakness is, it's usually considered the question they fear the most. And they fear it for two reasons. Firstly, they think that by admitting to a failing, they will have lost and the interviewer will not want to hire them. And secondly, it is a very human trait not to admit to our own weaknesses. We naturally want to bring a projection of strength, confidence, and being in control. Anything else is considered a personal failure. Of course, it isn't. But what it is that the interviewer wants to achieve by asking this. Are they deliberately trying to trip you up and find out a long list of your failings as a worker and as a human being? Of course not. They are trying to establish what are the areas that you not only are good at, but more importantly, what you are not so good at, and whether you recognize that these are areas that you need to improve on and what measures you have taken to improve in these areas. None of us are perfect, so do not be tempted to say that you have no weaknesses or project some weakness that is in fact a strength. For example, saying that you are prone to work too hard on occasion with early starts and late finishes because you get so engrossed in a project, you may think that this is a clever way of getting out of the difficult question by not admitting to an actual weakness, but believe me, the interviewer will see through this. I am not saying that admitting that you sometimes get engrossed in projects that include working long hours to get the job completed ahead of schedule is not something that you can talk about, but not as an answer to this question. The hiring manager is keen to see that you are open to criticism and have the ability to be self-critical. This is common in high-performing, non-blame environments where a continual search for improvement is vital to the success of the business. For that reason, being able to identify areas of your working life that need improvement and showing a plan of how you are addressing that is critical. Take a step back and before the interview, take time to prepare. Brainstorm the areas of your life where you are strong and be honest with yourself as to the areas of your working life that you're not so good at. Be critical. Don't be afraid to pick away at your skill set, or indeed lack of it. List those areas that you would really like to improve and where you know that you will become more effective in your career as a consequence. Having identified those areas, now list all the actions you have taken so far to improve. These could be training courses, online education, books, video classes, or taking on new projects to help get the additional experience. It may be that you have shadowed some work colleagues who have all of these skill sets. If you haven't already started any of these improvements, don't worry. Create a list now of all the things you will do and start to enroll for yourself. There are plenty of online learning courses that would be a great start. This is exactly what the interviewer will want to see and hear. Run through the areas that you know will make you more effective in the role or help with your future career prospects, and let them know about the steps you have taken to improve. They will want to see that you are not only open to criticism, but welcome that feedback as it's such a great tool to improve and grow. Here are the key points to remember. Be open and honest about the areas you need to improve. Have a plan of action as to how you are upskilling. Be positive and show that you welcome constructive criticism. At the end of the interview, you can ask how you did and ask for feedback or tips on how to improve. You are demonstrating this skill for real. Here are the areas to avoid. Don't use a personal weakness. A bad knee is not what they want to know about. Don't make your weakness a strength in disguise. They will see through this. Never say that you don't have any weaknesses. Saying you have difficulty getting up in the morning, are always late, lack motivation, are not the weaknesses you should be sharing. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. For a free copy of my best-selling book on how to find a job, then click the link in the comments and get instant access. If you enjoyed this video, then please do hit the like button and click to subscribe for more content about securing a job, performing at interview, and negotiating your salary.